everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up while you're listening. Today is Tuesday, January 30th. So it's a Tuesday. You know what that means. It's time for What Sold on eBay. And this will be the last one of January. So the last what sold for the first month of 2024. Just like every week, I'm going to start with the plush, and I'm going to show you every single plush sale that we had. And then we're going to jump into some highlights. I have some brands I want to talk about that are kind of bread and butter, or even lower end bread and butter, that come to us in wholesale lots that I still like to sell and make a profit. We're going to talk a little bit about that and some other items I sold, some bundles. Let's get into it. We're going to start with this wolf. This is a Wild Republic 16-inch timber wolf. He's pretty large. I put $7 shipping on him and took a best offer of $7.19. And this is what he looks like. I do like the Wild Republic animals. The bigger they are, the more realistic they are, the less of a saturated animal it is, the more money you can ask for them. Disney Animal Kingdom Dinoland Triceratops. This one was kind of a disappointment when we comped him. He did come out of a wholesale lot, so of course he got listed. But when I saw the Animal Kingdom and just how super cute he was, I thought for sure he'd be a $20 plush. But you can see here, all in, he was about $13, $14. Still nothing to sneeze at when you're getting stuff at wholesale prices. I think sometimes some of the Disney parks plushies don't comp as high as they should because, can you guess what I'm about to say? Because people race to the bottom. And there's a lot of these Disney park animals out there. But they should be selling for more than they are. So just don't participate in that race to the bottom. Most people have to go spend thousands of dollars to go to Disney to get these plushies. So if they're coming online to purchase them, yes, they're going to get it, for a discount or for a bargain, but they shouldn't be getting them at too much of a bargain. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again a million times, as long as I'm on YouTube, because it's important. When you participate in that race to the bottom, you are helping to trash and devalue entire markets and brands. If you personally are so desperate for a sale that you need to sell it right away, right now, quicker than everybody else, and you want to sell it for less, do us all a favor, price it at what it's worth, and then run a 50% off or 70% off offer on your store. If you run the sales, you'll get the first sale, you'll get your little fast nickel, but then you're not trashing the brand or devaluing. And hashtag tough love, you ready for this? If you're that desperate that you're just coming on eBay and pricing everything so low that you're participating in that problem, maybe reselling isn't for you. And I've said that before too. If you're that desperate for money, maybe you need to go get another job or do something else while you build up a savings or build your store up to sustain your salary that you need. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox. But it needed to be said. Because here's another Disney that really should have sold for a lot more than it did. I took a best offer on this one of $5 and $5.50 shipping. So $10.50 for an older Disney cartoon, more rare character. This Lady Cluck is something I probably could have sold for like $30 6 or 7 years ago. The characters that aren't as popular, typically the general rule is they're going to sell for more because there's less of them. So they shouldn't be selling for this little. Yeah, it's a smaller plush, but I promised I'd get off my soapbox. So let's move to the next one. Next, we have a Thai Beanie Boo. This is Slush, the husky dog. He sold for $5.51 on a best offer, plus 13 shipping. So this is a larger plush, 19 inches, and he did weigh like 3 pounds. So we had the $13 shipping on him plus the cost. If I was still doing free shipping, this is something I would have listed around $20, $25 free ship. However, when we boxed him up and got him ready to go, the label only cost $6 and some change. eBay has added that cubic priority shipping rates on the back end to extend a further discount to us as sellers. It's the same rates we all used to go over to Pirate Ship to get. So I was really excited to see that. I did make a comment to Keith yesterday. We were packaging him and a whole bunch of jeans. And a lot of the jeans that were going to like California and Arizona and Washington, I used the cardboard mailer for, because even the priority cubic shipping is like still $10, $11 all the way across the country. And the cardboard mailer did go up. It used to be $7.60. It's now $7.99. But I kind of laughed that a pair of jeans that weighs 1 pound cost $2 more to ship than a 3-pound dog in a box. But it is what it is, and we just got to save money wherever we can as sellers. This is a Tie Beanie Boo coin purse. This is Fantasia the Unicorn. So these little ties are not going to be worth very much. In fact, you'll see her next week. I sold the tiny unicorn today for like $3 plus 5 shipping. And she was actually mine that I just decided I didn't want to hang out with anymore. But I mean, it's cute. And when they come in a wholesale, I'm going to list everything. You guys know that. I always say that. So this sold for $4.37 plus 5 shipping. I mean, she's really cute. Some little girl is probably really going to be over the moon to have this little coin purse. It's cute. Then we have a Build-A-Bear camouflage teddy. So he's just a green and brown camo Build-A-Bear. Sold for $13 plus 7 shipping. So that's $20 all in for that. And then we have this Greenbrier, which I do believe I have learned over the last couple of months, the Greenbrier's Dollar Tree. It's a really generic brand. In fact, sometimes if I want to have more descriptive keywords in the title, I'll just leave Greenbrier completely out and just put it in the item specifics. But I do sell generic and plush without tags all the time, especially if they're a unique animal and you're using really great keywords. So this is a pink dolphin, and he actually didn't take that long to sell, only a couple of weeks. And I had a manta ray or a stingray that sold really quickly too, that had no tags and was generic. I think sea animals might be popular right now because we're selling a lot of them, but I don't want to speak too soon, knock on wood. This is Mighty Super Pups Everest. So she's from the Paw Patrol Mighty Super Pups. It was a special movie, and she's a special character. Obviously, you're not going to be listing the regular Chase and Marshall dogs from Paw Patrol for this much money, but the special characters you can. We did take a best offer on her of $15 plus the 5 shipping. We overpriced her a little bit, so we had room to do offers and get her, see how fast we could sell her. She sold in under a week. I just wanted to see if I could list her for more and get what I actually wanted. Does that make sense? So instead of listing her for $15 plus 5 shipping, because I wanted like 20, would it have been nice if she sold for 25? Absolutely. There were some comps that were that high. So she sold pretty quick. And I wanted to mention that because don't be afraid to list things for like $5 more than what you want, especially if you're running offers and sales, because then you can still get what you really wanted, but the buyer psychologically thinks they got a deal. And sometimes people will just come along and buy them anyway. And then, you know, that's nice too. Kohl's Cares Goodnight Moon. So I've had a couple of these rabbits from Goodnight Moon in different pajama sets, different looks. It's from a kid's book. You guys are probably all familiar with Goodnight Moon. And this one sold for $10 plus the $5.50 shipping. This is a vintage Applause Ankylosaurus dinosaur from the 90s. And I wanted to show you specifically in the title, I don't put the exact year of the plush. I think it drills it down too specifically. There might be instances where buyers would be looking for a vintage 1992 dinosaur, but more likely when a buyer does a search, they're going to be looking for a 90s dinosaur. So I want to be more vague in the title so I can get more search results, if that makes sense. So whatever the tag says, I'll just put the decade, vintage 80s, vintage 90s. And then in the description box or the item specifics, I would put 1992. This was a nice, pleasant surprise to find. I found him in Arizona when I was there for camp and sourced him. He's really got a cute face. He did weigh over a pound, so we had $13 shipping on him, and he sold for the $21.30. So all in, this is right around a $35 plush. All right, those were all of the plushies that sold, and now we're going to get into some clothing and talk about brands a little bit, and we're going to start with YMI. YMI is technically a poop brand with certain exceptions. When you find the YMI Wanna Betta butt jeans, I would always source those, and I would tell you guys too as well, as long as they were $2 or less. The Wanna Betta butt jeans usually come in the smaller junior sizes, so they don't cost a lot to ship. They don't weigh a lot. They usually sell very quickly within a few weeks, but not for very much. So they're a fast return on your investment. They're solid bread and butter. They sell for $18 to $25 depending on your size and if they have anything unique about them, like button fly or ripped or anything like that. So those I do get, but just regular YMI jeans, I don't go out of my way to source on purpose. If they came to me in a thread up, of course, I would list them. The other exception is jean shorts. I talk about that a lot too. Jean shorts and booty shorts, even the poopiest of the poops, can sell for more than the actual jeans can sell in the same brand. So this is just a pair of YMI, and these are actually plus size, 18 denim shorts. We did take a best offer on them of $10.23 plus 7 shipping. So that's like $17 for a pair of shorts. That's technically a poop brand. Now we're going to talk about Lee. So when I'm out thrifting myself, I will source Lee and Lee Riders or anything with this flex fit or the flex motion that has like this elastic band on the inside. They typically come in plus size, but only if they're 99 cents. So I will pick up Lee plus sizes for 99 cents. I don't like to pay more than that. Then if Lee comes to me in a thread up, I'm obviously going to list it. So I wanted to show you, I have 3 examples of Lees that we sold. We have a women's plus size here that does have that elastic band. These are really comfortable to wear. And a lot of women who wear plus sizes do like these. They have a following. These sold for $7.87 plus 10 shipping. And then I have an example of men's Lees. So these are relaxed fit. They're size 46. So these are technically like the equivalent of plus size for men, big and tall, however you want to phrase it. They're a larger size, and they also have that inner elastic comfort band you can see in the waist. And we took a best offer on the men's of $11.81 plus the 10 shipping. And then the example of the shorts, they're size 14, which on like Poshmark is actually considered plus size. And in my own head, size 14 and up is what I consider plus size when I'm sourcing. These are the Lee Comfort Stretch Waistband. So they have that inner band, that comfort waist with the elastic. And these sold for $7.87 plus 7 shipping. So don't overlook Lee if you find it really cheap, especially the bigger sizes with these nice comfort waists. Men's are always going to sell for a little bit more. And if they come to you in a thread-up box, absolutely list them. Or whatever kind of wholesale Goodwill Blue box that you're buying. This is a Zara button front shirt. This was 99 cents at the thrift last spring or over the summer when we were stocking up to get ready to have enough inventory for us to list through the winter so we didn't have to really leave the house. So it did sit in the garage with all of our inventory for a while. It got listed about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it didn't take that long to sell once it was up. You can see why. It is new with tags. That's also why we sourced it. I really don't get a lot of Zara anymore. When I first started reselling, Zara was a really great brand and it sold for a lot of money. It's kind of gone down that route of losing value. But if it's something unique, if it's a men's with some kind of intense graphics or it looks cool, and especially new with tags, we'll always pick up. We took a best offer this on this of $17 plus 7 shipping. We're going to go through some bread and butter brands. I'm not going to talk too much about them because you guys hear me say this all the time. My 3 favorites are American Eagle, Old Navy, and Gap. They sell for about $20 all in. However you want to break that up. If you want to do 20 free ship, 10 ship, 12 8 ship, their value is right around $20 all in. You can get men's, for men's, you can get around 25. And then you got to take into effect if they're a bigger size, if they're button fly, if they're ripped, if they have something special about them, then you can add a couple of bucks here and there. These are women's size 4 American Eagle kick boot stretch. And these sold for $9 on a best offer plus the 10 shipping. These came in a thread up. I don't go out of my way to source kids' clothes. I really don't even like dealing with kids' clothes. We did have a stint on Kitizen for a couple of years. We don't really sell on there anymore. But again, if I pay for a lot of clothing or a lot of plush, whatever I pay, it's being shipped right to my door. Everything's paid for. You know you're going to pull a couple of pieces out. They're going to pay for the whole thing. And everything else is just bread and butter, you know, just icing on that cake. So I list everything. I do typically sell the kids' clothes pretty quickly. I just don't like to source them, and actually they're not something I like to do, but I will do them. So these are Cat and Jack bootcut girls jeans, and they sold for $8 plus 10 shipping, which is about what I sell Hollister's for. So that's really nothing to sneeze at. Here's another pair of American Eagle. So these are the jegging stretch, also size 4. Keep in mind, size 4 is usually hard to move. I move it all the time in certain brands. So these sold for $13 plus 7 shipping. And then I had a bundle here. So I just wrote down the total price the buyer paid. They purchased these Adriana Goldschmied Stevie Slim straight jeans. And these Adriana Goldschmied still cigarette leg jeans. Adriana Goldschmied is a Bolo brand. I do really like them. They always have these little names on the inner band that you can put in your title. The Stevie Slim Straight, the Stilt. So for both pairs of jeans with shipping, the buyer paid $69.96. That's $69.96. And because of the new rates, it costs us $6 to ship. Both pairs in a poly bag. So that was probably like our highlight sale of last week, right? On eBay. Here's a pair of our Old Navies. These are size 6. Again, one of those mid-range sizes I typically avoid in other brands. These are new with tags. That always helps. And these sold for $18.74 plus 10 shipping. These are Gaps, size 16. So these are plus size capris. I do have a general rule for my own self, for my own starting prices. For capris, I will start them at $2 to $5 less than I'd start their full-length counterparts, just because they're getting less material and they're just capris. Then they're kind of like somewhere in between shorts and jeans. If you're actually interested in my personal starting prices on all of these different brands, Star's pricing guide is actually included in my jeans guide that I just released, all updated for 2024. It also comes with a book that has chapters on how to help you tell the rise, the wash, the cut of your jeans, how to tell men's from women's, how to measure them, photograph them. It's a really great guide. It is available. The link is down below in the description box. And it also comes with specific things about Levi's, a spreadsheet with like 150 brands broken down into used and new, men's and women's, and the sell-through rates and how fast they sell, their average sell price. It's a pretty good it's a pretty good guide. And it also comes with my starting prices that I start all my stuff at, and I have been, for years. I update that every year too, but that's what we list by. Tried and true. All right, so these sold for our best offer of 10 plus 10 shipping. And look at us. We're gonna we're going to move and buy a mansion and live on an island based on these comic book sales. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to show you that we did sell one of these lower end comics, but the box of comics that we purchased, we have done 2 so far. Out of the first box, I did pull a comic that was worth $40 that I actually did on a private sale to a friend. Hi, Jason. That I know through listing parties. And that actually paid for that box and then some. And then we sold a couple more on Macari and Poshmark and another private sale. So the second one is paid for. So now we're just listing these and they're just icing. These are like my little tiny plushies that I list, right? So this sold for $8.74. So we made about $3-4 profit on this one comic. And there's 20 in each box, and the box is $27. And then another little poopy I wanted to show you. You guys have probably heard me talk on here before that I do subscribe to Ipsy. If you don't know what Ipsy is, it's like a $12 a month subscription, and you get 5 trial size makeups or skincares each month. I absolutely adore Ipsy, and I hardly ever have to buy my own makeup or skincare stuff anymore. I just use whatever they send me, and they're really cool. Like, I'm not affiliated with them or anything, so I'm not getting paid to tell you this. I just really like Ipsy. I've been subscribed to them since before COVID. And you fill out a questionnaire, and you can get all skincare, all makeup, or a mix of both. You get really cool stuff, but occasionally you get stuff you're not going to use, and then I just list it on eBay and resell it. And then you can pay for, like half of your month subscription, and you still have a mascara and an eyeliner that are going to last you a couple months. So I do like Ipsy. There's also Birchbox I used to do for a little while, but I found that Birchbox wouldn't be they didn't cater it to me as much. Ipsy really goes into questions on that questionnaire, and you get stuff. Now, this is a bigger item than what you normally get. Normally, it's just little, trial sizes, like maybe 2 eyeshadows in a palette. This is a special thing I got on my birthday, but I really was only going to use maybe 1 or 2 of these brown colors, so I just decided to sell it. So I sold it for $5 plus 5 shipping. So, after fees and everything, I probably made $4 profit on this, but I pay $12 a month. So like I said, that made that month's subscription like $4, and I got products I can use. Again, I'm not affiliated with them. I really like them though, and I do like to share with you guys some of the stuff I use sometimes, even if I'm not affiliated. If you like skincare and you like makeup, try Ipsy. And then keep in mind, as a reseller, when in doubt, part it out, and you can sell anything you don't like. All right, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything you saw in this video, reselling in general, let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link for it down below. Go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.